again, and we are back in the room. So
Hannibal,
to clarify.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ladies first.
It's a quick one. Hannibal would just look at him and smile in familiarity. Like, I've seen this person many times. How are you doing?
Hey, Dad, it's so good to see you.
He does, to Hannibal, he sort of does almost jovial, but not quite, because he's a very serious kind of person. A sort of wave of his sort of skeleton hand. It's sort of like a flick of a finger, like a flick of acknowledgement, but that's all you're going to get.
So,
he just smirks and waves back.
Everyone has gotten to that point where they are close enough to death to know that death is death.
Yeah. I'm gonna say yes now that they've stopped and no one's attacked. Everyone has come closer.
Okay. In that case, Ragnar is going to move his crossbow from death to the lady who is next to death, just because death he's Gucci with. this random chick with death.
Yeah, it's probably his mama. Let him be. Death can have the sweetheart.
I'd like to talk to Death, please.
Sure. And here's a sentence I never thought I'd say. What would you like to say to Death?
I'm gonna. I don't know if Arissa was like holding me still. I'm gonna. If she is, I'll just kind of shrug her off, but in a.
She's
not in a like. Yeah, like not in a like get off me, but just like a I'm okay. I got this kind of.
Yeah, Arissa. As soon as she kind of felt who Death was, she was just like, maybe.
Okay.
So I'm going to step towards him and just like lock what would be eye contact.
you can try. That's fine. Just peer into the dark void.
The void stares back. Where has he gone? Will I find him again one day?
You hear a voice. It sort of permeates all of your heads, like inside your head, because you can't see a mouth moving. And it responds slowly and thoughtfully and says, "All meet on the other side, my dear."
I beg of you to take care of him. Keep him safe at least until I can.
I have done my part. 'Tis up to him and whichever deity takes him.
I thank you for coming.
I find myself in these particular woods often.
Hannibal was just kind of wave to get his attention back. And you're like, oh, before we go to wherever you go every time, did you take all the souls from planet 18899XX? Some of those were mine.
The head sort of turns to you and gives a slight sort of shrug and turns away.
Oh well, it's not like I need more. Still a bit annoying.
At this point, the woman hovering in the air beside him moves forward in the air slightly towards you. This is the woman you got pinged, Theratas.
Yeah, he's standing roughly in front of her and looking at her. Kind of a, who the hell are you kind of look on his face.
Who the hell is you?
As you look at her, actually, as you all look at this woman, could everybody except the duck do a perception check, please? Sorry, duck.
Confused quack.
It will become apparent why this perception check would not affect you.
You're rolling like a team today.
Hannibal, yes. Arissa, sort of. Vitheritas, yes. Apricity, yes.
My message is not sending. I rolled a not natural 20.
Okay, and Varric,
No.
definitely yes. Okay. This woman has a hint of something celestial about her.
Oh, great.
She's got
Oh
very
god.
angelic sort of cheekbone features, but they've been warped with sort of almost black tattoo-like things that have come out of her eyes and down her skin, and her robes are swished. And in fact, as she moves towards you, you can see the remnants of what was once wings coming out of her back, but they're now skeletal and have no feathers. And she looks
Annabelle
down.
will crook up at this.
And she looks down at you all, and she says, "Do you tell my father to stop following me?"
It's Baltalemon's daughter.
Yeah, I'm desperately trying to find her name.
Me too. I'm like through my notes.
I've gone to the bit where I'm a porn
Someone
writer.
explain to
That's
me
not helping.
Whose
Her
father?
name is Dalyaga. She is the daughter.
There we go. And it began with a D.
She, from what you remember of what Paltalemon told you, she is the daughter of Paltalemon the Angel, and she was used to try and birth the greatest good in the universe. But when the greatest good was born, she became warped in her desire to protect her really essence of good child, and in her desire to protect him so badly, she turned to evil in complete entirety in her desperate desire to protect him, and so essentially lost her child, who is now who knows where, and she turned completely to evil as a broken, fallen angel of, well, madness, really. She rides alongside death, leaving chaos, death, and destruction in her wake. She is turned into pure evil. Yep, your notes are correct.
Nice.
Excellent for taking.
This was a complete copy from my notes as well.
Yep, it sounds like a pretty hard copy from my notes as well, so well done.
Oh yeah. My entire entire Holy Five was copied from you.
She, essentially, you guys all know now who she is, because she says to tell her father to stop following her.
Annabelle will just look at her and go, "I prefer you this way.
She shoots
You smell a lot. You smell a lot better than most of the others. Congratulations."
Thank you. And she turns to everybody else. You are fools to believe an angel. Ask my
That's what
father.
I told them. Annabelle is very happy right now. She's like pointing at her and at them, like, see? See what I mean?
Ask my father about the girl he has locked up in a cage, and then decide how pure and white you think his fallen feathers are.
The reason we follow him is he's promised to help us stop the end of the world. I do not know about how white his feathers are.
And quite
I just want to
honestly,
save what I think is where I belong.
Ah, yes. An angel's holy mission to save the world. You are
And what would
fools
you-
to believe such things.
Annabelle will just nod with her. Yes, they are. Won't say anything.
Arista is thinking, wait, do angels have Arista's got a whole other thing going on.
The therapist
They
is
have
gonna
both,
look-
actually.
The therapist is going to look at her and go, "And what do you believe the end result of their mission would be then, if it is not to prevent the destruction of this world?"
I know.
Probably to restart it from the very beginning and try anew.
The therapist is going to give Hannibal the dirtiest glare right now.
What? You ask? It's like they've never done that before.
You need only look at myself as an example of what my father's good intentions can do for the world and those poor idiots in it. If he says it is the end times upon us, perhaps it is best we leave well alone.
Okay, so I'm one of those poor idiots living in that world, and I kind of like it.
This is the DM laughing, not her, sorry. Although she will have sort of like a smirk on her face. The end of the world does not mean we will all perish, my dear. It just
No, I just like it
means
the way
change.
it is. Like, I'm kind of, bringing life into it, and I don't want that messed up, you know?
Oh my god, I just wanted to stay the way that it is, Like, why must it explode? Why? Explain to me. You
Wait.
sound so American right now, I love it.
Dahlia will look directly at you, Arissa, and look you completely up and down.
Arissa just beams at her. Like, hi!
Completely unaware what's in their belly. What?
Ah, yes. Bringing life into the world that you didn't even ask to have. I must say, I know what that feels like. I pity you.
Yeah, well, life is what you make of it, and looks like you didn't take it right.
Oh, Arissa gonna get her ass handed to her.
I kind of want to see a fucking throwdown between Hannah and Dalyaga.
Yeah, Hannibal will kind of just
Dalyaga tries to
go
attack.
in front of Arissa and be like, standing at the lady and like doing the don't ignore her.
Dahlia just waves a hand in a very similar fashion to how Death waved earlier. Good luck, foolish idiots.
Thank you, but I don't think I'll need it.
So
you will, honey.
would you say that we should just allow the world to end, or as near as it will do, according to what you believe?
The world will not end. It will continue to turn on its axis. Life will continue. It is what you make of it, as your friend here said. And if you make well, it can be all the better than a fruitless task for a fallen angel.
Then
How
why?
long have you been with Death, by the way? I have not seen you before, and that's curious.
She's been with him for quite a long time, but would never appear as he takes someone's soul. So she was sort of to the side as he released all these souls from the tree. But she does say, a very long time, and a much longer time to come.
Ah, I know that feeling. Who counts, right? Bygones be bygones.
Arista just goes, do you have a number?
I don't
Yeah.
think you would be able to name it.
Ask my father about the girl he keeps locked in a cage. Good luck. You won't need it.
I'll still take it though.
As you reply in all your sass, Death rears up on his horse, and the two of them disappear back into the trees and vanish.
The second he rears up on his horse, I'm spreading out my wings because, well, as I quoted
Macho
earlier,
man.
Varric is a little bitch.
Yes, he is. That's it.
Oh wait,
There,
I said insecure little bitch.
No.
Yeah. Ragnar is going to bow to them as they leave. Got to be
Annabelle
polite,
just
innit?
wave. See you next time!
Now then, I give you a choice, because we've had a shorter session than usual. Would you like to leave it here, or continue for however long?
Should we leave it here? Well, this is not the cliffhanger.
Yeah, I'm happy leaving it here. It's a good spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
is
I
a
don't
good.
want to leave it here, but being
Same.
sensible, I should leave it here.
I think it's a good point to leave it here, even though I don't want to leave it here.
I
Yeah.
really don't want to leave it here. Can we keep going for like another 20 hours or so?
Yeah. Like, I'm happy to call in
No,
sick
I
to
have to
work
work.
tomorrow. That's fine.
I've got enough to fill another 20 hours of this notebook, so it's
I mean, I'm game if everyone else is.
well.
To be fair, I'd only have to miss half a day.
Bitch,
I
I have
will-
prefect things to do.
Yeah, this is very true.
Yeah.
Prefect. So I will leave you with this then. As Death and Dahlia disappear, and you guys pick yourselves up and realise you're gonna have to continue on in this forest. As an out of character thing, I will say next week be prepared because I have been preparing codes for you to crack.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
fun.
Shit, so I need to be sober.
No, to be fair, it'll probably be even funnier if you're not.
Good.
I fucking love codes.
I will say Tatty Bear to the recording, and I will turn off the recording and say hi to you guys for a bit. So, everyone shout goodbye to the recording.
Tatty bear.